So, sitting up with your hips a little higher than your knees so that your lower back curve moves in and your spine is nice and tall. Give a little press down into sits bones and the thighs and lift up through your heart. Feel into your earth body. And good morning, earth body. And taking a moment to connect to the earth at this time, wherever you're at, sensing into the weather, the temperature, whatever's happening. Maybe there are fires near you, as there are for us right now. Maybe other things, whatever it is. Noticing how our physicality is affected by the world around us, by the earth beneath us, how our nervous systems are affected, and just noticing that. And whatever's happening, maybe there's something that we're being called to do about it for ourselves, for our environment, for one another. Or maybe we can reframe or restory. I've had to do that a little bit with the fires, knowing that in so many ways for us as we live now, they're bad. And that at one time they were done on purpose and therefore not causing all this uncertainty in their destruction. And it's a natural thing. Nature does this cleansing and renewing. So, as painful as that might be on all levels, as challenging as it can be in so many ways, all the things that happen that are natural courses of cycles of things, noticing that. And how do we find harmony with that? Either our place in it, or perspective to it, or work that we're inspired to do because of whatever's happening or not. Just taking pause to feel into our place in time and space right now. And with that, sensing into the sky of your being, the vast, infinite, expansive self. The self that is able to rise above the situations that might mire us and see that wide picture view. The self that expands with curiosity and wonder into all of our experiences, our relationships with ourself, one another, the earth, spirit, that ability to expand, take the wide view and question, curious, what else? What does this mean? What is the teaching here? What is the inspiration? Let's breathe into these reflections for a couple minutes, as much as you can. Breath in the nose and breath out the mouth. Soft jaw, soft tongue, letting go breaths. Each breath opening to life and all of its fullness. Each exhale, letting go of limiting beliefs or expired ideas or perceptions, anything that is not serving us in that living, fully embracing all that there is here and now. And in the remembrance of each of us being the universe ourselves, an integral part of the universe as part of us, all these ways that we could look at this interconnectedness, this oneness. In that remembrance, remembering your innate wholeness and fullness. And with that, remembering that you can choose any heart quality, any energy, any aspect of yourself that maybe you have a desire to be more deeply with or to move or change. Imagine into it as you would choose it to be. Present tense, here, now. Releasing concepts of time and space, remembering your fullness, here, now. I am. I am that. Even if it's something it feels like you want to move towards, imagine it here now. I am. I am that. I am at ease in body and mind. I am feeling steady and strong. I am grateful, breathing innate joy. I am love and revolution. Whatever it is for you, find a mantra that holds the intention of your fullness, your yes to life. Inhale and let it expand and lift and light you up. And as you exhale, feel that little hug to center, especially at the bottom of the exhale, a lift of the pelvic floor, an engagement of the navel lifting up and back, a little inner hug, if you will. So we begin to find that deep core strength, even here in the breath. Simply hugging in, lifting pelvic floor, engaging the navel. Imagine the inhale embracing all of you, the entirety of your experience, and that exhale melting away anything you don't need, and then hugging in to your essence nature, to your center, to your core of pure awareness, as well as your core strength that will engage in the physical practice. Make a bit of exertion on your exhale. So, puckered lips, or sighing, or toning, lion's breath, or horse lips, anything vibratory or engaging the muscles of the face to help further tone the vagus nerve. Three more breaths in this way. Exhale and touch the earth and ground down. Let us give thanks for the land that we're on, for the home that we're in, for the peoples who've been keepers of this land before we were here, for those who are now, giving thanks, giving thanks. To all that has brought us here on our path, to this time and space, to all that has brought us to these practices, to all of our teachers, gurus, and lineages throughout all time and space, and rippling back to India, to the Kashmiri Valley, for me, to my lineage, and to what I continue to weave into what I hand down to you, or hand on to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to our ancestors, to all our teachers, to all of our challenges and perceived traumas, to all that we've had to learn from to bring us into our fullness continually. Thank you. And follow your next inhale to open wide and gather up the great mystery, the great potential of this day, the infinite, the unseen, all that you know, but maybe don't see. Center with the hands down to the crown of the head. May we awaken to our oneness, our interconnectedness. And hands to the third eye center, connecting to our knowing beyond words, that pratibha, our animal instinct, our creative impulse, our psychic intuition. Welcome. And hands to the mouth. May we speak our truth. May we sing our songs. May we be the voice for that or those whose voices are silenced for whatever reason. And hands to the heart. May we be present with open, unconditional, loving awareness. May we be present with courage and kindness today for whatever happens or doesn't. Exhale and pour your breath out. Inhale into your heart's intention, your yes, that which you're calling in to charge up with the energy of your practice today. Inhale bright, and if you will, join me Om and then Hring, pressing into pinkies and thumbs to blossom the lotus of your heart. First the oneness, the Om. Om. And take pause to bow into yourself, to the light of your own heart. And let the arms float down, unfold yourself, and wiggle and move in any way that feels good for you. Ultimately, make your way to lying on your back on the floor and have a block or some such thing to squeeze next to you. Welcome, David. Let me know if you have any questions or requests. And we're going to work a lot with the mat facing the long, wide way. So you may want to turn. It's up to you. Ariel as well. I don't know if you caught that, but we'll be facing this way a lot, the long wide way on the mat. And as you come to lie down, hug your knees into your chest. And let's just give a little rock and roll into the lower back there. Massaging into the lower back, a little side to side rock. And then let's draw some circles around the sacrum, massaging into your lower back. Notice your jaw and your tongue. Continue as much as you can with the breath in the nose and out the mouth. All those letting go breaths, lion's breath, horse lips, sound, sighs, laugh, cries, moans, groans, songs, whatever you got. Get your vibration going, get your voice open, get your throat and your jaw Soft and released. Let's take the knees into separate circles, a little more just simple warm up here for hips and lower back. And with that, you might also add circles of the mouth, kind of like you're saying, wow, wow, wow. And then hug the right knee in and extend the left leg out, just hovering above the earth. Tuck into your right knee and squeeze all the breath out. Inhale, open back to the earth, both knees in. And then exhale, hug the left knee in, extend the right heel out, hovering off the earth. Really pull your navel back and curl into that knee. Let's just do a few more of those. Coming to center, you could choose to lower the head down for each one or not. Just stay curled up for a little more challenge. Navel back strong. Last one or two. Whatever you need to be even on both sides. And then as you come to rest, you could turn your head side to side for a moment, stretch the neck out the other way, soften the jaw. You can even let the hands go so you get that neck shoulder connection a little more. Oh, let's just go for it all. Feet down, feet as wide as your mat. Inhale, both knees to one side. Turn the head as far as you can to the other side. And breathe here. And exhale, knees back through center and to the other side. Inhale, head turns. Jaw soft, stretch it out. Exhale through center. Let your breath lead side to side. We'll go a couple more each side. And then take your time. Once you come back to center, bring your block or your support, whatever it is, real or imaginary, between your thighs. You want it up high and close and squeeze onto it. First, bring the elbows alongside, palms face each other, squeeze the shoulders on the back, lift your chest. Lift your chin, really pressed behind the upper ears. So strong press into the head, making a nice strong cervical curve. Squeeze the shoulders, root them down. Inhale. As you exhale, lift the tailbone up, knit your ribs and hips together, lift hips, lower back, middle back, upper back, lift your chest, lift your chin as you exhale, ripple down, upper, middle, lower, hips. So we're going 4 more. Squeeze your block. As you come up, notice your block might want to roll towards the sky. Your knees might want to open. Squeeze onto the block and spin it down to the earth as you lengthen out. And let's keep going. Next time that you come down, extend the legs up. Squeeze onto your, I'm going to call it a block. Let it be whatever it is for you. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze there. And any variations with the arms right now that keep your shoulders pinned flat on the back as much as you can. Shoulders on the earth. Squeeze, squeeze onto the legs, legs onto the block. Exhale as you lift the heels to the sky, navel back, sacrum up. Little lift. Try not to let the shoulders help. Pause here, let the sacrum rest. Inhale, stretch the arms up overhead on the floor, and then exhale, reach past your knees, pull your navel back, and pulse for 10. And come on down, head to the floor, feet to the floor, press in, squeeze shoulders on the back, pour your block down to the earth, bridge up, lift your chin, and big breaths here in the nose, out your mouth, 2 more. Lower it down. Inhale, hug in, legs to the sky, and squeeze. Inhale, arms up, legs up, and reach the hips and the arms to the sky this time. And then interlace the hands behind the head, lay down, and bend the knees. Squeeze your knees onto your block. Inhale here, elbows wide, shoulders on the back. As you exhale, curl in, sacrum up, shoulders up. Keep the elbows wide, hold 3, navel back. Inhale here as you exhale, hug the head with your arms and reach the elbows past one of your knees or thighs. Again, both shoulders, sacrum up, hold 3. Inhale, open back to the floor. Big breath in. Again, big inhale, elbows wide, shoulders on the back, feet up. Exhale, sacrum and shoulders up, hold 3. Inhale as you exhale, both elbows reach past the other thigh, sacrum and shoulders up. Every exhale, navel back. Inhale, open back to the earth and bridge up again. 3 possibly singing bridge breaths. Any variations with the arms, maybe shoulders on the back, lift the chin, press. Puff up your heart with breath, breathe, and repeat your yes. Let's sing it out. Long ahs, try to vibrate your heart. Ah. And exhaling, inhaling bright once again, long ah, any notes. Ah. I don't usually play with it there, but today is a different day. All right, let's remove the block, put it off to the side, extend your legs up again. We're going to play with a little rotation here. So inhale, imagine you've still got the block there, really hug into center. Feel how maybe when you imagine you have the block there and try to squeeze onto that, even just laying here, you can feel the core kick in. That's what we want throughout our practice today. Inhale as you exhale, curl shoulders and sacrum up. Inhale as you exhale, lower the left leg and press the left hand into your right shin. Press, resist, navel back. Inhale, legs up, head down, big breath. Letting go breath. Inhale here and exhale, sacrum and shoulders up. And then right leg comes about halfway, right hand to left shin. Press, resist, navel back for 5. Remember that feeling, hugging to core and everything connected there. Come on back up into bridge. Again, 3 more breaths here, maybe a couple rounds of vocalizing breath, which tends to go a little longer. So just a couple. I just love the low ah, the breath, best breath. It really vibrates the heart. Find what's right for you. Play with it. You're at home. You can do that if you want to. Ah. Inhale, as you exhale, ripple down, hug into your knees, and rock and roll forward and back. Maybe you cross your ankles and roll on over the ankles onto hands and knees. Get there however you do, but make your way to hands and knees. Hands strong under the shoulders, knees under the hips. excuse me, and pull hands and knees towards one another, shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, lift tail, lift crown. Exhale, press, drop tail, drop crown. Just getting the spine nice and fluid here. Maybe lion's breaths, especially if you're trying to clear any smoke particulate or just energetic stuff. One more. And inhale, up and back, down dog. Pull from your core, stretch back. Excuse me. Long, long spine. Pull back from the hips. Maybe wag your tail a little bit or bend and straighten your knees. Wake up the legs. Good morning, body. And then reach and rise, right leg up to the sky. Point your toes and pull up and back from that foot. Long, long line of energy. And keep the legs straight today, if you will. If you won't, that's okay. Big, big circles, full rotation of that femur in the hip socket, and meanwhile, stretching out all the muscles of the legs. Notice that the body might want to wobble around a bit, or other parts may get feeling heavy. Really try to keep that sensation of hugging to your core. Switch direction of the leg circles if you haven't. And then cross that leg over behind your other leg and walk your hands back towards your feet. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Relax your neck, let your head be heavy. You could hold your elbows, you could shake your hands out, or if you're pretty flexy here, back of the hands could come to the earth, backs of the fingers towards one another, and reach them towards your face. Nice reversal to the wrist stretch. I think I actually got this from you, Ariel. Thank you. And we'll unwind and walk it back out. Adho Mukha. Stretch back, strong core, long spine. Inhale, exhale, long neck, soft jaw. Letting go. Keep that hug to center. Squeeze your block and lift the left leg. Point your toes. Open out to the side. Big, big circles. And then switch directions. And another time around or so. When you're ready, cross that leg over behind the other foot about 45 degrees and a foot or less. And walk your hands back again. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Maybe shake out your shoulders, your hands, roll your head around, hold your elbows, or stretch your hands out. What's right for you there? Play into it. Maybe you find your own unique thing to do there. Next inhale, unwind and into downward dog. Stretch back, strong core, and lengthen out. And as you exhale next, bend the knees deeply, squeeze your breath out, empty of breath, hop or step forward. Inhale, hop forward, fold, and exhale, fold. Give a little hug to your legs. Good morning, body. Thank you, body. Inhale, and as you exhale, hug the earth with your feet, hug your muscles to your bones, and lift your arches, kneecaps
Knees are soft and bouncy though. Lift your quadriceps, lift your navel, and root your eyes. Roll on up to stand.
And exhale, float the arms down. And inhale, fly the arms up. And exhale, center and focus. Hands to your heart. Take pause here and just feel the beginnings of this day, the aliveness in your body. Breathe here and repeat your yes. Imagine all the energy and effort of this practice becoming that strength, that nourishment, that inspiration. And then hop or step feet wide on your mat facing your screen. Bam, superstar. Big old Friday stars. Here we go. Sorry, I'm just like having a little difficulty with my view today. All right, I think that's good. Stretching it out, reaching wide, big breath in. Feel into the outsides of your feet, hug the earth, lift the arches, pull the feet isometrically together so you really feel the adductors tone here. Squeeze shoulders on the back, heart bright, tailbone long, lift through the crown. Deep, full breaths. Your yes. I am. Next, exhale, bend your right knee and pivot the toes to the right. Sink low into your Virabhadrasana 2, your Hero 2 pose. I know it's often called warrior. Vira literally is hero, or like the fire of your yes. So breathing that fire. Let's play in and out of the pose a little bit. Inhale, press and stretch arms up, legs straight. Exhale, sink deep into it. Don't let that back foot come with you. Anchor it. Let it be what you come from, working from your foundation. Inhale up. Exhale, sink it in. With your breath, 3 more. Superstar. This is what happens when you look at Bored Panda in the morning. My setup is not right today. I'm adjusting as we go. Sorry. But I looked at Bored Panda and it was all about wonderful things that people do, and I cried and laughed a lot. So here, Warrior 2, second side, sink it in. Heroes bringing joy to the world today. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, sink it in. Superstars, come on back to center. Hug it in, inhale, shine it bright. Yes, I am. And exhale, right knee bend, sinking in, warrior 2. Inhale, dancing warrior. Push into that back leg and lift and stretch up out of the bottom tip of that rib and lungs. Front knee deep as much as you can right over the ankle. Feel that block again. Squeeze your inner thighs onto your block. What? Yes, even as the feet squeeze and hug the earth, arches lifted. Oh, that muscular strength. Inhale. As you exhale, right elbow to your thigh. Press that thigh wide and reach from the outside of that anchored back foot through your fingertips. Let's pulse in and out of this one at first. So we'll inhale, dancing warrior. Exhale, side angle. Optionally, you could hold still in the pose. We will. You can hold still in either pose. Beautiful, everyone. So wonderful to see you here dancing with me. Thank you. One more little sequence and we'll land in the side angle pose. Side angle, elbow could be on the thigh or inside of it. You could hold a block or your ankle or the floor, or stay resting up on the top ankle as we begin. As much as you can, that front knee is right over the ankle, and back foot is activated, so the arch is lifted. Again, reach from the outside that back foot, breathe, long side body. Roll bottom ribs, face chest to the sky as much as you can. Lengthen out here. You might try to spin your pinky towards the crown of the head so that shoulder blade scoops and rolls onto the back a little more. There's a little more space between that top ear and shoulder. Next, inhale, let's straighten that front leg, arm up. And let's play with that again. Sink into the front knee, swoop through, arm vinyasa. Work the front leg towards straight, arm up. And pulsing in and out of triangle. Next time we get to triangle, hold it there. Trikonasana. Maybe that bottom hand comes behind the top leg now, or you could always hold your ankle or a prop. Scoop the shoulder blades down the back, lift your heart, and lay back, ears in line with shoulders. Options, stay right here, classical Trikona, or play in your triangle. Maybe, again, arm vinyasa, reaching back as you do. Bottom ear gets heavy to the shoulder. You get that neck shoulder release. Swoop on through as you reach forward, side body. Arm vinyasa, or just reach straight back, bottom ear heavy, soft jaw, and you could roll through the head, roll through the arm, play into some space there, or challenge it, both arms forward, chest rolled open as much as you can, core, hug into your block. 3, 2 more breaths. Big inhale as you exhale, bend that front knee, warrior 2. Inhale as you exhale, parallel the feet, hug in, shine out, superstar. Big inhale here, noticing the difference in the sides. Yes, left side or second side. Here we come, bend that knee, pivot, sink in, warrior 2. Inhale back into your dancing warrior, stretch it out. And exhale, hug in, lifting from pelvic floor, deep core, just like in our early practice exhales, and coming into that side angle pose. Root into the outside of the feet, reach the fingers forward, bottom ribs and chest roll to the sky as much as you can, and we're gonna dance it, or again, hold it if that's right for you. Inhale back, dancing. Exhale, side angle. Inhale the pose, exhale the transition. Move with your breath at your own pace. Last one. When you're ready, you can come into the side angle pose or continue to play with it as you like. Again, elbow can stay up top or inside and press that leg wide. Front knee stays deep as much as you can right over the ankle, and roll bottom ribs, face chest sky to the earth. Reach from the outside that back foot through your fingertips. Deep full breath here in side angle pose. Ears back in line with shoulders. Again, little spin of pinky towards your crown, rotating that shoulder externally away from the ear. Pull the breath into the bottom tip of that lung. And let's play from here. Inhale, work that front leg towards straight as the arm comes up. Exhale, sink in, swooping through, playing towards triangle, or coming there as you like. Last full breath cycle, last full circle. And maybe next time you make your way to triangle, maybe hand outside or to the ankle or block. Scoop the shoulder blade down, lift your heart, lay back, stay here, classical trikona, or play here. Maybe reaching that top arm back, bottom ear heavy, swooping through, side body breath. Play with that, or just reach straight back and roll your head, roll your arm, soft jaw. Trying to get that neck shoulder release. Stay with that or hug in any variations in your triangle. If you did on the other side, possibly that challenge of reaching forward as you roll right ribs, bottom ribs, face chest to the sky. Hold 3. And back up, bend that knee. Woo, warrior 2. Nice job, everyone. And parallel feet. Hug in, squeeze to center, feel all that aliveness in your body. Channel it to your heart. Bright prana shakti, life force energy shining out through the star of your being. Yes, I am. Own it, shine it, channel it. What are you going to do with it today? What do you want to direct it to? Who could use your support? Maybe it's yourself. All right, big inhale here as you exhale, bend the right knee, sink in, warrior 2. Big inhale here, next exhale, transition back, dancing warrior. Inhale, dancing warrior. As you exhale, transition, side angle, any variation. Inhale your side angle pose. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Inhale your triangle. And here's where one of your blocks may be handy. Top hand to your hip, bend into the front knee. And you want to bring your hand about 45 degrees and 8 inches or so outside of your pinky toe. And pull the back foot up into the core. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. As much as you can, that back foot is in line with your hip. Hug into your core, scoop the shoulder blades down. Maybe top arm comes to the sky. You could look up at the top hand or down at the bottom one. You could stay right here, breathful, or bend the top knee, reach back for your ankle or foot and kick back. Squeeze your shoulders, lift your heart. One more breath cycle. Slow and steady when you're ready. Unwind. Half moon. Exhale, bend that front knee, step way back, warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the leg, parallel, superstar. Full body breath, full body yes. Yep, and you may want to move the position of your block if you only have one, or see what you got ready to support you. Big inhale. Exhale, bend that left knee, pivot, or your second side, sink it in. Veer 2. Inhale and dancing. Exhale, side angle. Inhale and stretch it out. Exhale and triangle. Inhale and stretch it out. When you're ready, exhale, top hand to your hip, bend into that bottom knee, pull the back foot into the core, and half moon pose. Pull that foot up to hip height as much as you can, toes spread, active core, long spine. Again, you're squeezing onto your block here, so that top leg is not too heavy, so maybe the arms can lift up or lighten up. Maybe you put a bow on it. That means reaching back for your top ankle or foot and kicking back as you hold it, squeeze and breathe wherever you're at. Long, slow breaths in the nose, out the mouth. Last 2 breaths.
Slow and steady unwind and step way back. Warrior two, hug in, rise up. Parallel feet, superstar. Big full breaths in. Soft jaw and tongue. Inhale, body bright. As you exhale, swoop it all to the right. Back heel up. High lunge. Squeeze to center. Optionally, you could be in warrior one. Hug it in, those hips square. Reach out through the back heel and lift through your navel. Lift through your heart. Stretch the arms back. Deep, full breath. Inhale here. You could stay here and play here. Otherwise, squeeze onto your block or your support. Hug in, shift forward, push into that front foot, pull the back foot into the core. Warrior three. Hold here 5 breaths or play here. Inhale. As you exhale, step back, high lunge. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, come forward. 3 more breaths or so, pulsing them as you like. Squeeze onto the block, really let it be that core strength that stabilizes you in this movement or shape, wherever you're at. Back toes active, pull them into the core. Take your time. Let this be about the breath more than repetitions. Nice job, y'all. Last breath cycle. And then step back, high lunge. Pause and adjust as you need to be squared up in your lunge. And arms to the sky. Whatever leg is in front, take that opposite wrist and lift it up and over. Side bend. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze to center. Front knee deep. Reach out through the back heel and up through that front arm. Side bending. Soft jaw into that line on the side body. Hip flexor, psoas, all the things. Keep squeezing to center, and we're going to spiral around that strong center. I'm going to switch just for the camera and come into twist. So squeeze, squeeze. You might bring that front leg hand to the hip and push the hip back. Lengthen out. Hug the inner thighs and spiral your navel towards the thigh as much as you can. And then deepen the pose. Hands could be inside or outside of that front leg. Sits we're dancing a bit today. If you'd like, you could play with that. Stretching towards rotated triangle, back into your side angle or rotated lunge. And then find the fullest expression of your rotated lunge that is breathful for you right now. Hands could be to earth and sky or to heart. Squeeze inner thighs. Lift the heart and lengthen your spine. Maybe lift the corners of your mouth and just see if it changes your pose at all. Last breath or two, stay longer if you want, and some options here. Maybe you just walk into a wide-legged stance and rest. Maybe you bring your elbows down to, your hands down to the floor and bend your elbows until you get your hip on one elbow and your knee on the other elbow and shift forward, look forward, and maybe pick your feet up off the floor. Yes, I'm watching you. And take your time. Once you're all done playing there, everyone will come to a wide-legged stance, and you could just parallel your feet and shake your booty out a bit there. Relax your head, or you could go heels in, toes out, and bend a little side to side. Let the neck go, let thinking go. Just feel that aliveness in your body today. And then heels in, toes out, hug in, bring your hands up to your thighs. Right above your knees, toes pointed down, press the thighs wide, stick your booty out. Inhale, long spine, exhale, press and spiral. Inhale, open center, exhale, press and spiral. With your breath again each side. Open up, fierce goddess, Devyasana here. shine it out, superstar, heels out, arms out. Inhale, exhale, hug in. Inhale as you exhale. This time again, we're swooping right through center. Back heel up, left knee or second side knee bend. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Find the alignment of your feet as much as you can in line with knees, align with hip points. Squeeze to center, root the hips down. Hug onto your block with your thighs so that you're stable there. Use your exhales here as well to lift the pelvic floor and the navel. Take your open side wrist, squeeze inner thighs. Hold on to that wrist and lift up and over, side bending towards the front hip. Inhale and keep that stretching over, squeezing to midline and spiral around that. Bring your front hand hip hand to your hip and push it back and lift your navel. Squeeze those inner thighs together and lengthen your spine. Hook your elbow or tricep, hands to earth and sky, or keep squeezing your block. Lift pelvic floor, lift heart, maybe palms together, shoulders on the back. Keep lifting heart, ears back over shoulders. Hug in to shine out all parts. Oh yeah, we played with it here before we held it still, so let's go with that. Maybe playing into your rotated lunge if you did this on the other side, and rotated triangle. Stay and play with that as you like, or again, hold the lunge. And stay and play with that as long as you like, or rest in your wide-legged fold, or dance in your wide-legged fold, or maybe you're going for the arm balance. Hands as wide as the shoulders and palms to the floor, elbows bend, and you're making a nice 90-degree bend with your elbows there by a shelf, and put your knee and your hip on your shelf. Squeeze the legs into the core even as you push out through your feet. And how's your breath? Awesome. Yes. Beautiful. Everyone's so good being just where is right for you. Thank you. Again, stay and play as you like. Once you're done, rest in wide-legged forward fold. Maybe your head onto a prop, or heels in, toes out, forward fold dance, letting the head go, or head up, a different kind of dance. And take your time, last 2 or 3 breaths in any way that feels good for you there. Once you're done, we'll begin to find center. And again, that little twisty wide stance. So hands to thighs, nothing little about this pose actually. So this big twisty thing, knees bent, hips, knees, and heels 90-degreeing as much as possible. Press thighs wide, booty back, low back in, heart forward. Inhale, bright. Exhale, pull the navel back to your spine, spiral. You can let that shoulder shrug up, squeeze the breath out. Inhale, open. Exhale, spiral. With your breath. And then open center, Devyasana. Inhale, shine it out, superstar. One more flow, hug in, high lunge, squeeze to center. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze to center so much, and then spiral around that squeeze. I'm just going to switch legs again. Spiral around that squeeze so that you're rotated towards your front thigh. We're going to do our whole sequence here in rotation. Dancing warrior. Inhale. Rotated dancing warrior towards the front leg. Exhale, far elbow to that knee, back arm forward, rotated side angle, rotated triangle. We'll hold this one a little longer. You might step the back foot in more to be more grounded there. Squeeze and breathe. Stay here, come out as you need. Or when you're ready, you might challenge it. Top hand to your hip, bend into the front knee, that opposite hand outside the foot, again, 45 degrees and 8 inches or so, and then pull the back foot into the core. Rotated half moon pose or Ardha Chandrasana. Maybe the hand needs to come wider for stability. Be wherever you need to. Let it be interesting. Play into it. If you're feeling breathful here, maybe you put a bow on your twisted half moon. Kick back and open. Wee, and unwind and rest or dance. And when you're ready, heels in, toes out, long spine center, and spiral. A couple more breaths as you like, and we'll meet again in center, superstarring, starring you. And take your time. Once you get even with whatever you're playing with there, open up. Fierce Devi. Inhale, superstars. Exhale, bend that left knee, pivot, hugging in. Again, we're lifting the back heel, squeeze to center, high lunge. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze to center. Strong core. And rotate over that front leg. Again, a rotated warrior two. Inhale back into your dancing version. Exhale through, don't mind me, side angle. And Trikonasana, rotated triangle. Again, maybe the back foot steps in. Really squeeze your inner thighs together. Lift from there through the navel, through the heart. Spiral. Top arm to the sky, shoulder blades scoop down, and lay on back. Stay here, or as inspired, you could unwind and rest. You could find a little gentler version of it, or right hand to your hip, or the same arm as your front leg, rather, and pull the back foot up into the core. And that bottom hand is again outside the foot if you can, inside as needed. Squeeze and press through, hug in to shine out. Feel that core strength. One breath at a time, any variation of rotated half moon, maybe with a bow. Take your time. When you're ready, unwind back to your wide-legged stance. Again, you could play and dance here, or bring your head to the floor. Rest your head on a prop or on the floor. Or possibly, if it's in your practice and you feel confident and inspired, maybe moving towards a headstand. Or little hops to headstand. Or just hug into your legs there and ground. I love your right leg. Thank you very much. Mwah. I love your left leg. Thank you very much. Mwah. Any play in your pose here. Last few breaths. Maybe you begin to heel toe your feet a little wider, a little wider, a little wider. Take your time, moving towards, again, stretchy adductors inner thigh muscles. That could be more upright or crawling down to wider legs, maybe to your elbows, forearms, buttocks. Soft jaw as you bow in and begin to move towards the ground here energetically and physically. Letting go breaths. And then maybe your wide-legged stance allows you to turn one hand out behind you, bend that elbow, use it as a fulcrum, other arm in front of you to help you balance and make your way back into seat. Maybe step the feet together, come to sit, find a support for your seat, and then widen the legs as much as you can. I want you to come in safely and in any way that's right for you to a wide-legged seat. If your lower back or hamstrings are tight at all, I would suggest sitting up on something, especially getting the front or edge of your sits bones on that thing so that you can really pour the pelvis forward. You could even push into the earth and kind of wiggle forward or lift yourself up and really tilt the pelvis back like you're going to lay down, and then keep the pelvis in that nutated position and lift the spine up from there. Press into the earth behind you to squeeze shoulders on the back, draw your toes back, and breathe here. Press down through the legs, or at least down through the heels, and then pull the heels back. Knees can bend as much as needed here. We just want to have some action in the legs that helps to plug in the femurs to the hip socket and to continue to pour that pelvic bowl forward. Pressing in, maybe even pull back. Everyone, even try that if you're all the way in the pose. Pull back with your heels energetically. Feel how that wants to propel the pelvic bowl forward. And pull lower back in, heart forward, long spine, soft jaw, bowing in. And rest your forehead if you can, or sit upright and let your head find resting simply by being in alignment with your spine. We just want to watch out for where the head's trying to lead here and the neck muscles are pulling. As much as you can, please keep your ears in line with the shoulders, heart leading forward. And at any point, of course, stack up whatever you need. Elbows, fists, block. To find a rest for the forehead, maybe give a little rub to the Lalata chakra, which is at the upper center forehead, connection to the nervous system. And give a little rub into Lalata chakra. Circles are always nice to invite a relaxation. Deep breaths in the nose, out the mouth. Optionally here, you could follow through with that little Lalata chakra massage and come out to your ears and give a few little pulls of your earlobes down. This too helps to relax the vagus nerve. I'm going to give you 2 more points as well. But just breathe here, receiving your own gentle touch, your own invitation and encouragement to your nervous system to sigh and let go. And then the tragus, I believe, is where this nerve is, also connects to the vagus here. The front, the little flap on the front of your ear, grab that, give it a little pinch. I even like to give it some fingernails sometimes. Notice it might likely make you take a deep breath or sigh. Both ears. I'm just not doing the other one with the microphone so I don't cause you too much sonic chaos. Everything is going to be all right. And fingers behind your ears. Feel just behind your ears, just behind where the jaw meets there. There's like a big bump of your jaw skull bone there. And give a little rub over that, drawing some circles. Whenever you get that big sighing breath, you pretty much know, yeah, we're in touch with the vagus nerve here. You could follow that back to the base of the skull where the spine meets the skull. On either side, again, there's more big nubby bumps there. And if you rub the scalp over the bones, then this also helps to release the vagus nerve. A little rub there. And stay with any of that. Follow through with your massage as you like. If you'd like to, you could come deeper into the wide-legged forward fold, or I want to invite you into one more forward fold. And if you go there, I'd like you to pick up your knees with your hands so those adductors and muscles that you just softened can stay soft and not have to work immediately. And we'll bring the legs out in front of us. Again, I would recommend sitting on something, especially here as it tends to get the hamstrings more directly, so that, or really just pick up your booty, put the flesh of the sit bones back behind you, lean forward a whole lot, try to get the front edge of the sit bones on the floor, pelvic bowl pouring forward, lower back in. And maybe you take a bolster, a block, and a pillow, a whole bunch of pillows, or whatever you got, and lay over it. You could also lay onto a chair with the legs underneath if you got a chair that works like that, and stack your arms up or elbows and fists again, or prop, whatever you got. You could also choose, if you'd like, to go legs up the wall instead, similar but easier, and getting the drain of the legs. Maybe you want to think about that for final resting. For now, just really sensing into your back body line. Same thing here. You want to push into the earth a bit and drag those heels back energetically to try to feed the back body line up and forward, pouring pelvis forward, low back in, heart forward, and bow in and rest. Deep, full breaths in the nose, out the mouth. Again, maybe you are inspired to tone, sing, sigh, vibrate, bee's breath. Any sounds here could help continue that work that we're doing in the vagus nerve, the nervous system in general. Any vibrations. And as you bow into yourself wherever you're at, again, I really encourage you to take pause, to honor yourself for showing up for practice, to remember your innate curiosity and wonder. Wow, what it is to be alive in a body right now. Every breath, a gift, a blessing. Every step, every connection. Wow. Wow to these times that we are living here through together. The universe, you, the divine, the great mystery is here to reveal unlimited splendor, infinite diversity of expression. No one can withstand her allure. And listen to your body. If a different shape or different kind of opening is calling you, please take it. And adore the colors and the shapes that you are, that you're able to make. Adore the colors and shapes of her enchantment, and know the one who permeates all is a great lover.
deeply relate above and below, immortal and mortal, transient and eternal. Perceive the terrifying beauty. Be free to suffer and to be thrilled, to to tolerate intolerable ravishment. Please stay resting as you are, or listen to the breath. What movements or shapes are inspired now? What final resting shape or meditative seat would you like to have? Move as needed. Find a place to melt and let go of any efforting as you're able. Once you find your final resting shape, inhale and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze muscles to bones, and exhale, let it all go. Inhale, squeeze, and gather up any tension, hold it, exaggerate it, and then exhale, melt, melt, melt. Give your body to the earth and open your heart and mind to the sky. And notice as desire or perception, thought wants to grab you and it leaps up, as you perceive that flash, the sparkle, quit from its play and simply maintain open awareness. And in that clear, shining place, feel the source from which all desire springs, from which your own fullness springs, and rest, steeping in your own fullness. I am.